And so our first guest is Ashley Knight, and she's the owner of Words Unite Bookstore in Killeen, Texas, which is near a military installation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Fort Hood, Texas.
Fort Hood, Texas, that's what is near. And so Ashley is going to tell us about her venture, her bookstore. And I believe, I'm trying to recall, because we had a conversation about you being on the show, Ashley, several months ago. And you have a mobile, do you have a mobile bookstore? Is that what it is? I think you
Hey,
have something
hey,
unique.
lady.
Hi, how are you? Do you have a mobile bookstore?
Yes, ma'am. So I
Yeah.
have a mobile bookstore, a vending machine in stores on military bases.
That is
Okay.
awesome. I wish you were there when I was stationed at Fort Hood.
Right. And it ain't Fort Hood no more. It's Fort Cavazos now.
Oh, that's right. They've
They
been
changed the
changing all of the
name.
names of um racist people, of people who were a
In
part
the
of
Confederacy or
Confederacy, right?
Right,
And they've been
or
right.
changing the names to other names. Fort Cavazos is a good name.
Yes. Yeah.
so who is that named after? Do you know?
It's a Hispanic command sergeant major. So they
Okay.
made it a Latino command sergeant major reference for Fort Hood now. It's Fort Cavazos.
Okay. Now, tell us about Words Unite Bookstore and your mobile and your vending machines. That's an amazing combination. Tell us about that and how you got going with it.
So awesome. So again, hi everyone. I'm Ashley Knight, aka Ashley Free Miss Positivity. And as Miss Positivity, I know everyone understands that, everybody has a story, but because there was different challenges that I faced, I needed a positive light to like kind of reach towards. And so I started writing. And so I'm an author as well. This is an author-owned, veteran-owned, Black-owned, woman-owned bookstore. And
Yes.
a- and with me being an author, I realized what issues authors had as far as selling books, marketing books, distributing. And so I've been asking all around in different mainstream distributors, like get our self-published books on, the front street of most bookstores as well as distributed in bulk. And I kept getting the answer no. So I created Word Unite Bookstore as a traveling bookstore to pop up and sell more books directly. And so we sell books directly. That's the concept, to showcase independent authors. We are the profit solution for independent authors. So I give authors 80% of their sales back and I take 20%. That's the best deal you're gonna get anywhere as an author. And I love it because I'm an author as well. And so I showcase local authors only. I do not publicize mainstream books. I only showcase independent authors. And so with that, I've been in business for 4 years. And so that's how I got two stores at Fort Cavazos now, one at the hospital, one at the PX. And then I have traveled statewide to over 41 military installations showcasing at different military exchanges, as well as I just launched the first book vending machine here at Fort Cavazos, and it's at the PX as well. And so we're going to continue that.
I love the idea of a book vending machine. And this is the first I've actually heard of a book vending machine. I've seen, of course, the snacks. I've seen the hair vending machines now. I've seen makeup vending machines, and I've even
Right.
seen electronics vending machines. You see them in the airports a lot,
Airport.
where if you need the
Uh,
earbuds before you get on the plane. But I think a book vending machine is an amazing concept. Where do you put your machines?
So I am currently working to put my book vending machines at every military exchange. So just like I said, I travel state to state. So everywhere that I go, I can drop a book vending machine at a military exchange, AFES location or PX location, which is their main mall. So I have a contract with them. I can just drop a vending machine. I can go and leave it there and then just worry about restocking. And then I got called by the American Booksellers Association last month. I am one of two bookstores that has a book vending machine. The other bookstores in California, they actually have their book vending machine in their store, and then I have mine popping up at military installations.
Yeah, I heard about the other one in California. I think it's Sister Sci-Fi.
Sister,
They
yep,
focus on science fiction.
that's it.
I had worked to get them on the show. Haven't gotten them on yet, but that was the first one I heard about. But you're the first one that we've heard about that's been on the show. So that allows people to know about it. How many titles do you typically have in your vending machine?
So right now, my current vending machine, I got a grant. So thank you to Texas Veterans Entrepreneur Center. I got a $5,000 grant, and it can only host 108 books. And so that's many titles, and I can only do hardcover books. It's been tearing up the paperback books, so it's trial and error. You got to learn about
Mhm.
the liabilities and the advances of creating new things. And so we're working out the kinks of having a vending machine that actually spits it out like pizza or something like that. That's my goal. So I am right now currently doing fundraisers to raise money for the vending machines that spit it out like pizza. There's some in airports already. Uh, that those vending machines kind of give it a better distribution portion. And so those vending machines cost $8,000. The one I got, I refurbished and made it, and I got it for 5,000 with the grant. And so that's the goal. This is my first one, like I said, but I can do 108 books in there. With the current one I have, there's ones that you can put like 300 books in there if we do it that way.
So you said that you said only local authors, no mainstream authors. But do you mean only authors in Texas, or do you mean indie authors and they can be anywhere in the United States?
Yes, indie authors anywhere in the United States. I have authors as far as Canada who are it's a consignment opportunity. So I call them showcase authors. So showcase authors pay a membership. They put their books into the store and then I take them everywhere that I go. But yes, indie authors, anywhere across the internationally.
That's wonderful.
Now, someone said that there were no bookstores when she was at Fort Hood. That's Tony Benita. And she also said, check with King's Naval Base in Kingsland, Georgia. Are you familiar with that one?
I have not been to any naval bases, and I actually have been trying to get point of contacts for naval bases. So listen, if you have some information, please let me know. But I have done Air Force, Army, and Marines. I have not been able to tap into any of the Navy exchanges yet. I've been really hitting up Hawaii. I served there for 4 years, and I'm trying to do the NEX there, which is a naval um, location. So if I can get into it, then yes, I will try.
Well, I do want to say, Tony, I got to give credit where it's due. There did used to be a black bookstore in the Fort Cavazos area. Back then,
Yes, oh, yes.
it was called
Babatunde.
Yep, Babatunde. And I got to give him his props.
Yeah, he is my mentor. So yes, girl, give him his props. He had two bookstores. He had the longest black-owned bookstore under one roof. Where you
Yes.
spend your money is where you give your power. And
Yep.
he is my mentor. I just literally talked to him this morning and showed him my 2024 setup. He's helped me from building the bookstore to where I am now. So yes, he is truly an inspiration.
Well, he may not remember me, but just tell him I said hi and give him a hug. I used to be in his store all the time when I was stationed in Killeen.
I thought I remembered
I'm gonna
one, but
screenshot you.
okay. Okay, but I remember Bob Tuna. What was the name of the store?
Under one roof.
Okay. I think I talked to him because when we had our brick and mortar, the black bookstores used to talk, to each other and share. Sometimes we would exchange products or titles, or we
Mhm.
would work together on things. So I got to know several of them when I had the brick and mortar. Of course, I didn't get out of the book business, but having a brick and mortar is different from what I do now, because I used
Yeah.
to have a bookstore for 10 years. So it was a labor of love, and we transitioned into more on the marketing side. So
Right.
yeah, I enjoyed it when we did it. It was what do I want to say? It was
Experience.
a very interesting and challenging experience. And it
It
was
was
a
a
lot
labor of
of
love.
peaks and valleys. There were a lot of periods where there'd be like a boomlet of something, and then the boomlet would kind of die down. Then there'd be another boomlet. So I'm not sure what the boomlet is now, um, but
So we've had at least three other black owned slash bookstores in Central Texas. I'm the last one standing. But honestly, in the community, our black owned bookstores or bookstores in general in Central Texas, that's Killeen, Belton, not Belton. We have one in Belton, Killeen, Coppers Cove,
Okay.
Nolan, like all of the surrounding areas. Harker Heights is where I had my store before. So I've had a store in the community, but because it's not been profitable for us to stay open, a lot of us have had to close. Now, like I said, I specialize on military installation
mhm.
because that's where for me direct sales is better. I get the traffic automatically. The soldiers are there. I'm a previous soldier. I'm a veteran, so it's easy. But I wanted to have a community based one. We've had beautiful bookstores in the community, but the support is just not there, and it's really sad because I hear it all the time. We need a bookstore in the community. We need a bookstore in the community, but realistically, you got to support the bookstores in the community, and so that's why I stay on post because it's a better profitable position for the bookstore to stay alive, but we definitely do need one in the community. And so I'm looking forward to the opportunity, but as a business owner, it's not profitable for me to stay outside.
Yeah, it's people don't understand a lot of times that if you don't make a profit, you can't survive. And you
Right,
don't make money unless you sell a book. Having books
right.
on the shelves is not profit, it's inventory, it's cost of goods sold. And if nothing moves, it's just money on the shelf. So, but I like the idea of you found a niche, you're on the military bases where you have a prime market, you understand the market since you're a veteran, and then you have your mobile aspect of it, which that keeps your overhead low because for us, the rent kept going up.
Hmm.
So we had the space, the rent, when we first got in the space, I think it was rent free for 6 months, and then every year it went up, and then it was just too much. Then we tried to get less square feet in the same strip center, and we did that for 3 or 4 years, but then we decided to just transition. We did more in the marketing side, and we started off totally online. So that was where we got our start. It was totally online, and then we went brick and mortar, and then now we're offline, and we're not in the retail space for books other than uh, books that I publish. So my own books, that's the only books we sell actually direct to customers. And for
Okay.
everybody else, we just send them to the Amazon or their websites or
Right.
somewhere else because and that's just where we are. But I'm glad to see that people are still out here doing things, and I'm glad that you told people that the stores need support. And what support means is spending money. Or referring customers that spend money, but money has to be spent.
Correct.
Otherwise, they can't make a living, and if they can't make a living, they can't keep it open.
Exactly. Exactly.
So now you said you're an author as well. So are you still writing?
I am, girl. Listen, I met, first of all, I'm an author. My grandma's an author. My kids are authors. So this is a family affair. So my grandma wrote the first book in 1987 called Don't
Right.
Give Up. So it was a children's book. So we knew what publishing a book looked like. We kind of got introduced to the authorship journey when my grandma became an author. But then, like, I went through the military. I graduated high school, went through the military, didn't even think of that until I met this 10-year-old girl named Jada Holly. Her pen name is J Simone. She has three books in my store right now. She is now a has a bachelor's degree in college, and she's one of my employees. But she inspired me. I was 29 years old, and she had three books, best-selling author, and I'm like, yo, you 29, you ain't got a book written yet. And so meeting her kind of like was like, you already know what authorship looks like. Grandma showed you. This 10-year-old has published 3 books. It's time for you to publish. And ever since then, I've been publishing out the wazoo. I have 9 books. I started my journey in an anthology. So I wrote with other authors just one chapter. That's the best way to get your feet wet if you're an author or looking to be an author. Look for book projects that you can just write one chapter that'll kind of get you the gist of publishing. And then after that, I've been writing solo projects as well as helping others publish books because you have no idea how many times I've heard people say, "Well, I paid this publisher and they have no book to show for it," and it's really really sad because they pay a lot of money. And so
Absolutely.
I have a team of publishers as well as myself, who give them real published product as well as a place to sell their books once they publish their book.
Okay. All
So
right.
how can a person get involved with you? I mean, because we have a lot of authors who watch the show and they may be thinking, I want to be a part of this movement.
Yes, awesome. So you just go to www.wordunitebookstore.com. That's the website. We are also revamping the website. Like I said, I've been in business for 4 years. This is year 5. So we want to uplift or get a facelift of our website. So that's transitioning, but the website that we have now still works. So www.wordunitebookstore.com. You say become an author or get for more information. You can contact me or you can contact me at info@wordunitebookstore.com. You will get me directly. I'm the owner. And I have an amazing staff with 2 stores open. So if you want to come in person, you can come meet any of us there. But anywhere in Killeen, you can come contact me or do www.wordunitebookstore.com. You can contact me through there.
Okay, well, I did put the website in the chat. So everybody support this movement. Get your books in this bookstore. And then just so they know that you are not a nonprofit organization,
I
uh,
am not.
there is a cost. I mean,
Yes,
it's a great cost, and you're not going to get
yes.
a better deal than this. But there is a cost to get your book involved in Words Unite Bookstore. Am I right?
You are correct. So like I said before, I give y'all 80% when I sell your books every month. So I sell your book, I tell you how many books you sold, I give you 80% the following month. It's a consignment opportunity and I only take 20%. And per year, it only costs you $100, people. $100 per author. You know why? Because I have 9 books. I know how much books cost. So with that, I will carry as many titles as you have, and I have authors who have over 30 books that they've published. So you can give me as many titles as you want, but it's $100 per author. And I just make you an account, you become a member. I also make you sign all of the books. So you got to remember that this is a special place where they get to meet real live published authors. So we sign all of our books so they get signed copies and they get local authors books like self-published authors, indie authors books. So this is a place you want to be as an additional platform because you definitely should be selling your own books directly, daily, some kind of way you should be having a constant selling op tempo for your career as an author. But I'm an additional platform, and I'm telling you, for most of our people, it's a profit solution because I changed the game with selling books for some of these authors.
Do you have a
Okay.
particular genres that you focus on?
So my bookstore in general focuses on being a positive life influencing environment. So I don't promote hate. I do not promote crime. I read every book that I receive and I talk to all the authors that I do receive their books. So it's not a genre specific. I would like to cover all genres, but I will not carry a book unless an author created it. It has to be an indie author. So people always ask me, do you have this title, fantasy, whatever? I will carry a fantasy book, but I got to meet the author who created it and I have them be a consigned author in the store. So I only carry books for authors who join as a member. I don't just go buy books and let you get a title that you specifically like. So I will carry every genre as long as it's positive life influencing.
Okay, and how many authors do you have under your umbrella at this time?
Yes, that's what I love. This year was the first year I got to celebrate Word Unite Bookstore because, like you said before, there are hills and valleys of this business, and this year we got to recap on 4 years. I started with 15 authors, one just two. Me. I had a business owner. I had a fellow business owner with me. So the founding members were two authors, but now it's just me as a sole member. So we both started with just our books. Then we got 15 authors to just start Word Unite Bookstore. We started with just a solid 15. Now we got 93 authors on my books. I literally just finished my books for the year this week, and I have 93 authors that have published books that I sell their books in the store. That's, that's thousands of books in the store.
That's
That's wonderful.
wonderful. That's wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Well, I
you.
thank you for coming on and sharing your concept and innovation. I love to see innovation in the lit space because we have to innovate or die. That's what we have to continue to do.
Yeah.
And so, Ashley, you are on it. And congratulations on being a mover and a shaker and an innovator. So, thank you for being a guest on the show. Rhonda says she put your website on wordsunitebookstore.com. So people who are interested in getting their work in your bookstore or potentially the vending machine, they could contact you.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. You have a great night,
Thank you
guys.
for being here. It's wonderful to meet you. Let's stay in touch.
Will do. Later.